Hey guys, I'm back again for another Superpowers figure review, and this time I'm going to be taking a look at 3 of the new 5th wave Superpowers action figures that have came out from McFarlane Toys, which I have been excited for so darn long at this point. Been waiting at least like 2 months for this because I originally pre-ordered them off of GameStop, and the dates kept changing, so I canceled those and went straight to Amazon. They had them right off the bat immediately and shipped my way this month, and thank freaking goodness they have. And now I finally have the new Nightwing based on the 90s Nightfall outfit, or the original outfit, and then the black suited Batman. Once again, still baffled that Superpowers has made a repaint of this particular figure, and a new Tim Drake Robin, which is a variation of the previous version that was released. So yeah, these 3 figures are genuinely exciting to take a look at. But of course, the only new figure I really have here is just Robin, because it's completely a different paint job on it. I didn't get the previous version because, well, as much as that one is a pretty cool figure, I definitely like this one way more, just like the darker colors on it. And of course, I just I just really love these two. I already love these 2 figures enough, so it's nice to own repaints of these particular figures. So the packaging aesthetic, we're just gonna go over each of them. I mean, they're the same packaging aesthetic, but we're gonna go with Robin first because he's pretty new. It's basically the exact same Superpowers aesthetic, but with the Robin logo right here, and supposedly Dick Grayson Robin over here, because Tim Drake's hair is so different compared to Dick Grayson's hair. Honestly, I just wish that the figure looks more like the cardback. It would have been really good because, I really like that more than, well, this hairstyle, because of course it's supposed to be Tim Drake. And at the backside, same thing, except we got more figures. They piling up more of the different action figures you're getting in each wave. And then you get the Batmobile and the Invisible Jet, Robin logo with the bio right there. Very closely look at that bio, you want to read it. And here's the other figures to collect in the line. But yeah, that's it for the Robin figure. I'm gonna take a closer look at the Batman figure package quickly. It's the same package as the previous Batman figure they released beforehand, except they had to repaint the entire character card profile as black instead, and it actually looks pretty good. I'm so excited to take a look at this figure. Same thing on the back, nothing really special. And then the Nightwing figure, though the figure is pretty good so far. I really like the figure, but the card back, I kind of wish they'd use like original artwork for the original outfit instead of just repainting the Hush outfit. Same thing on the package right here. I don't think there's anything different on that one, but yeah, let's go ahead and take all these figures out of their packages and take a closer look. Now we got all 3 figures out of their packages. Yep, they are definitely just as good as I expected in person. I especially love this black suit Batman way more than the previous version. So, right off the bat, I'm already gushing over how cool these figures look in terms of their scaling or whatever. But yeah, first, we'll just go ahead and take a look at the Batman figure first. Because again, we did take a look at this figure beforehand. It's a repaint of the classic Detective Batman figure that we previously reviewed. Would you stop going crazy, Focus? There we go. But as you can see, it's all in the black suit, making sure that it would stop doing that. But yeah, as you can see, it's in the black suit, inspired by the 1989 Batman look, as far as I'm concerned. And what I really love about this figure is that it basically matches the prototype figure of the Toy Biz 1989 Batman figure. Like, without a doubt, it looks like a straight up copy of the figure in terms of that, because that figure used this mold as a prototype, or at least just a little precursor before they redesigned the belt and everything, or entirely the entire sculpt. But yeah, the figure is the same as the Detective Batman from before that I reviewed. But I like this figure way more because, all black with yellow and gold, or just gold in general. The only problem I have with the figure is that the bat symbol is slightly off painted. It's just probably with mine. I'm pretty sure when they start coming out in stores, there's probably a better one up there. But obviously, this is just on me. But other than that, I really, really love this figure. I don't have to go too much over it. It is the exact same figure before that we reviewed, just all black. And to me, all black is much better, especially with yellow or gold, yellow, gold, whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's the Batman figure. Just same figure, don't have to go too much over it. I just like that it really matches the original like prototype of Toy Biz's Batman. That's what it reminded me of. We'll go ahead and take a look at Nightwing next. Same figure as before. though this time's got a new paint job, basically a new holdover for the costume to match the original retro look of Nightwing. I'm assuming this is either just the Nightfall version because the Nightfall version looks like this, but it's clearly the retro Nightwing and it looks really good. I do wish it was entirely a new sculpt though, but at the same time, I still love the body sculpt they chose for Nightwing. Like I said in the original figure review, that it's a super beefy looking character. Yeah, and his batons here are coated in black this time instead of like a grayish like silver or something like that. It's not metallic as much. This is basically all black. Same body sculpt, like I said, just overall a new paint job has been applied. Also, the boots do match up and line up to it because they got the seam lines around, unlike the other Nightwing figure which had all these, and well, it was all black with the blue striping for his logo, but I just think this is pretty good. And not to mention, it's just overall still the same incredibly sculpted Nightwing figure that I liked beforehand. So don't really have any other issues there. I just really love the way it's painted. Still got that same incredible likeness. Absolutely still a cool figure. So we'll go compare it later to the other figures. But yeah, just overall, I really love how this looks. Regardless that it's just all painted, it could have just easily had more sculpting applied to the figure. But other than that, I just really love the figure. And now let's look at Tim Drake Robin. I thought he was going to be a bit taller, but thankfully he's not as tall as the other figures. And he is a pretty nice figure. And since this is a new sculpt, I'm going to definitely talk about a lot of things. Like, again, I know this is Tim Drake, but if they were really going to go for a Dick Grayson Robin at a certain degree, they definitely should have went with a head sculpt that looks like Nightwing over there, which is Dick Grayson after all. But I guess it's fine to go with Tim Drake because you only have one Dick Grayson to fill in, and that's just Nightwing. The costume looks pretty nice. The colors are nice. It's matching more of like, I'm assuming 90s Robin, because the other Robin was more of a different color scheme to match more of the original Superpowers Robin, which already, like in itself, this is just a new costume and this is just a repaint of that. But overall, I really like the way it looks. Just kind of wish that card back, you know, it's Dick Grayson, I know, but again, still wish that we could have gotten the Dick Grayson Robin for this line. Let's go look a little closer at everything else. It's got the same classic Kenner aesthetic. Outfit's pretty nice. Looking at it from the back as well. Also, the cape is nice too. And this is another reason why I bought this version, because I like the cape. They could have obviously applied like yellow within the inside of the cape so it can be more of an accurate cape. But other than that, I don't really think that's much of a deal breaker. It's just such a cool figure regardless. Definitely like this figure. And not to mention, this does strike a little bit of a resemblance to the Robin figure from Batman Returns. Just a slight degree. It's just not entirely similar because, of course, the cape, at least that cape actually had yellow on the inside and then black on the out. It's basically much better that way, but the figure is definitely based on a different likeness. Oh yeah, and also the cape over here, I might have to just readjust it a little bit, but it's also kind of not tightly put together. It's not like tight enough for him to put it on, at least. I mean, it can still go on him, but it's almost loose enough to just come off sometimes. Yeah, that's basically it for this Robin. Definitely a nice addition to the Superpowers collection lineup, or at least in my collection. All three of these figures look really good. So making sure he stands up. Yep, that's all for looking at these figures. It's just, I really love them all. So we're gonna go ahead and start comparing these figures to the other figures that I have in my collection. So here's Batman right up against his previous counterpart released months ago. Definitely really like them both, but the black suit Batman is always winning me over. At least the blue suit one still has his bat symbol on the middle, you know, correctly applied. Again, this is a little bit incorrect because it's a little bit of a factory error, but no one really cares much about that. Well, I don't really care much about that. I'm pretty sure other collectors will just go haywire against it. Here's my Dark Knight collection. Michael Keaton Batman right up against the Superpowers black suit Batman. Like I said, very close to looking similar. But of course, the Dark Knight collection Batman is all repurposed to be a different sculpt. It's almost still a repurpose of the Superpowers figure. I'm still surprised that they finally did it. So it's really nice that we have a black suit Batman for the Superpowers lineup. And with Nightwing, we have the original Nightwing right up against the retro Nightwing, like an actual retro Nightwing, but they're both retro style, but they look really good. I still think the original one is my favorite, so can't really argue too much with either which one is the best. I mean, they both are great because I really love the Nightwing figure in general from the Superpowers lineup. And also, here's my custom red Nightwing to take a look at alongside it. So, once again, still looks pretty good. And with Tim Drake Robin, let's go ahead and take a look at Batman Forever Dick Grayson Robin right alongside him. Definitely sporting the same colors, except Batman Forever's Robin is more metallic looking and shiny, and it has a shorter cape. At least it fits on him a lot better. But yeah, it's definitely really nice that they're also on the same scale and not too overbearing. But still, I like the movie Batman Forever Robin suit better because, you know, I have a giant bias for the Joe Schumacher Batman movies. Alrighty, so that's going to be it for this review of the new Wave 5 renditions of Batman, Nightwing, and Robin from McFarlane's Superpowers storyline. Definitely recommend buying these figures if you ever get the chance. They're starting to trickle out, and I think they're in stock by now, or they might be out of stock, who knows, because I only got these since September. Well, originally September and then October, but whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as I finally got the figures in my collection, they are definitely nice additions. Yes, they're repaints, but they're definitely nice repaints. In fact, they're great repaints. I definitely love that they finally made a black suited Batman, but the Nightwing and Robin figures are pretty cool too. I especially love Nightwing. Again, instantly my favorite Superpowers figure is still Nightwing, but at the same time, well, gotta admit, Batman in the black suit is definitely second place in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of teeter-totter right now. I still love the Superman figure just as much, the original one. But yeah, that's it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will be posting another figure review, well, vehicle review, the Batmobile from the Superpowers lineup. So that's coming up next, and I'll be seeing you guys then.